All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Jackbox Party Pack tier list. It is time. It is time. We gotta rank them. We gotta rank these great games and try to put them in order. It's gonna be hard, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Here's the list. We don't need that live dasher anymore. This is the Jackbox Games wiki. I was actually the person who made this, but I have not had time to come back and do any edits recently. So they have a new admin. But anyways, we're going to start with the Jackbox Party Pack 1. We're going to start with the Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm going to search these in Google, and just in case you are new to these and you don't know what this is, that You Don't Know Jack is a trivia game that asks questions in a very weird way, like this. This is basically asking when does the anchor run in a track meet, but the question is asked pretty weirdly with the anchor films. And You Know Jack 2015, that game was pretty good. It was pretty good. One of the features that I really liked was the episodic nature. I think it had like 53, something like that. 73, I don't remember exactly, maybe just exactly 50. But it had episodes, and it had the wrong answer of the game feature, which is you have to look out for a wrong answer, but it's associated with the sponsor of the game, and it'll net you extra points. I'm just going to put this, at B to start. We can obviously put things up and down because some of these games that I'm talking about, I don't remember playing them. I haven't played them in a long time. But yeah, You Don't Know Jack 2015, solid B. Great. Always fun to get friends together and play them. And it doesn't really matter whether you have like the minimum 3 people. Actually, no, you can play this alone. This is really, this is one of the things that I care about a lot, like how much can this game be played? Like, can it be played with like 3 people just as easily as it can be played with 8? That's one of the main things that I look at. Next up is Drawful. Drawful is an absolute classic. This is an absolute classic of a game. Drawful. Drawful, what happens in Drawful is you get these random prompts and you have to draw them out, and you have to guess. You have to then make up lies for what this drawing is, then you have to guess what the drawing is. This is from Drawful 2. You can use multiple colors in Drawful 2. But in Drawful 1, you can only use one color. Drawful 2 is not on here because Drawful 2 was an original game. It was not included with any party pack, and we're only reviewing party pack games. Drawful, I definitely, this is one that I also definitely enjoyed playing. The main takeaway, saying like bad things, it's basically fibbage with drawings instead of prompts. But that's more fun to me. That is more fun. And again, I'm also going to put this at a B for now. And again, obviously, we can change the rankings anytime. So yeah, this is definitely as fun for me as You Don't Know Jack. The main reason why I put You Don't Know Jack B not C is like you can play it alone. You can go at it just yourself, and it'll still be a lot of fun. Words, bud. Can we talk about I'm sorry, can we talk about WordSpud for a sec? WordSpud. You start off with a word, and then you have to fill in the blank, and then you just vote if it's good or not. There's no real criteria. There's nothing that you're trying to do. It doesn't say like Survive the Internet will say like vote for the most ridiculous answer. And here it doesn't say anything that you're voting for. This is don't really have any intentions on what to do. It's just completely random. So, and you need that sense of direction if you know like what you're supposed to be playing. So for me that's an F. There are jokes in the Jackbox community about WordSpud too. That is one of the main jokes in it's even a joke featured in Survive the Internet. Let's go Licewater. Licewater, I'm gonna put this at an E. Licewater is a game for 1 to 100 players, which is the main reason that I'm putting it up here. This is before the audience feature, so you'll get a fact like April is sometimes a few hours longer than June, and everyone will vote truth or lie, and that's really it. And it's just the person that is the best at it. Here you actually have a direction. You're actually having like an objective of what you're trying to do. So that's why it's an E and not an F. But and it gets that point for having the 1 to 100 player feature. But that's really it. And like you can play it on Alexa as well. If you have an Alexa, you can just ask it to play Licewater, and that's actually pretty interesting. But we're reviewing specifically the Jackbox Party Pack games, and that is an E. Fibbage XL is the next one. And Fibbage XL, as you might have gotten a hint with Drawful, I'm going to type Fibbage XL. This is one of the questions I will ask. You have to enter a lie, and then you have to guess out of the lies which one is the truth. It's a pretty good game. The graphics aren't that good, but it's Jackbox's first attempt at a party pack, so I can forgive them for that. And it's basically Drawful, but with prompts and with fill in the blank. And honestly, I like Drawful better. I like the drawings. I have to guess that better because, oh boy, did not find any threats since your last summary. Yay! Okay, sorry for that interruption, but yeah, I like because you actually come up with the prompts. So Fibbage XL is a C. Let's go on to the Party Pack 2. This is Fibbage 2, Earwax, Bidiots, Quiplash XL, and Bomb Corp. I need to take some water. Alright. Let's go from Fibbage XL to Fibbage 2. The main thing is more questions and different graphics. The graphics didn't change that much. This is what you have. This is Fibbage 1. This is Fibbage 2. It's an improvement, but there's not too much that they did new, to be honest. So this also gets a C. Let's go to Earwax. Earwax. Jackbox. This is a game where you pick different sounds, and you have a prompt and you pick different sounds, like a quick summary of the United States. You have six sounds. You have to pick 2 of them to make that prompt. Earwax is actually pretty good. I like Earwax. I know that this is a game that has some low ratings, and yeah, like there are definitely reasons for that. Like you don't get to hear the sounds before you play them. You just have to guess what these sounds are, and the judge kind of makes up the criteria. But I really like it. It always gets a laugh whenever you play it. So I'm gonna say that this is tough because it's like I don't know whether to put it as a D or a C yet. Mainly because I'm gonna put this back as C because I'm still talking about it. It's either gonna be a D or a C. I have to kind of talk this out with myself because Ear Last, like it's not a game that you can play over and over again. You'll hear all the sounds that are there. So, but whenever you play it one off with your friends, you'll always get a laugh out of it no matter what. And yeah, so I think it's gonna be a low C. I think it just barely gets in the C category. I might move it later. I might move it, but we will see. Bidiots is the next one. Bidiots, I will admit. Bidiots, I played it once or twice. We never understood how to play it. We abandoned the game. We come back to it like 3 years later, and we try to understand how the game works. We get a better understanding. We play it, and it actually turns out it's interesting. But for me, it's a D. It took so long. It took 3 years for me to understand how the game worked, and it's better than Words, but it's better than Lie Swatter. But for me, like, if I had understood it from the start, it might be higher on my list because this is just my opinions. This is not the definitive Jackbox tier list. This is just my opinion, and for me, I didn't understand how to play Bidiots for a long, long time. And even when you're playing it, you're kind of bidding against each other, but there's not really too much like interaction between players. It's just like bidding. Calling predatory loans over and over again is the best thing, just to annoy your friends. But it's D. Quiplash XL. I know Quiplash 2 here is above Quiplash XL, but this is in Party Pack 3. This is Party Pack 2. Quiplash XL Jackbox. And yes, Quiplash XL. The Quiplash is really the first standout game. This is a game that people know Jackbox for. This is the better fill in the blank prompt game. Sorry, Fibbage. It is the better fill in the blank prompt game. You fill out, you have really awful cheerleaders would yell. You fill in the blank, your answer goes up against somebody else's answer. And then you have to fill it out. And you have to vote between them, and it's really fun. This is an A. The only downside of this, it's hard to play with. You can't play with just 3 people. 4 people is better, but still, But Quiplash XL is the first standout game of the party pack. And I'm gonna put this down. Oh no, I moved the background. I'm gonna put this down here like a low A. And last but not least, or maybe least out of this party pack, Bomb Corp. Bomb Corp is a game. I need some water. Bomb Corp is a game where you are workers in an office facility, and you're working together to defuse a bomb. And I'll be honest, I only ever played this game a couple times. I am going to rank all of the co-op games lower because that's not what I come for party packs for. I know that some of you do. Some some of you don't know what the party pack is and you're just watching this for the first time, but Bomb Court for me, it gets to do, like, it's better. Like, again, like, Word Spud and Ice Water, most games are better than Word Spud and Ice Water, but for me, it's just not a game that I'm interested in. It's entirely a my preference thing. This is not a very, like, subjective review. This is just me. Anyways, that is the Party Pack 2. We have our first A ranking in the Party Pack 2, which is good. We had a lot of C and D. Did I miss any? Food, BDS, Clip, Flash, Tail, Palm Corp. Nope. Now we're moving on to Jackbox Party Pack 3. The first thing that we are going to do is Quiplash 2. Quiplash 2 really improved the graphics. The graphics are one of the two main improvements from Quiplash 2, and the second is custom games. You can make your own custom game. You can ignore the bottom up there, but Quiplash 2, I'm either doing a low S or high A. I'm doing A or S, but like the fact that you can make your own prompts for Quiplash 2, I think that puts it above that puts it above you. Like, you can have, like, the inside references with your friends that you want to have, and you can look at it. The graphics are a big improvement. Actually, no, this is still Quiplash 2. From this to this is a lot better. Although, actually, I just remembered the last lashes. That was not an improvement. I'm still gonna keep it as an S, but the last lash, I'm sorry, that was just the comic lash. That was really bad. Like, word lash was really hard to come up with. Acro lash was the best one. If it was acro lash for all of them, I would have been fine with the last lashes, but the comics and the word lash, that was really hard. That was just not my thing. Faking It is the next one. Faking It. No, it's not a G, but Faking It. It has an exclamation mark in the title. Let me fix that! Exclamation points. This is fun for more people. This is a 3 to 6 person game. That is the main limitation. You can only really play with the group. I only really play with a certain amount of people. You need to have, like, more than 4. You need to have 5 or 6 to really play this game. And once you actually play it, it's pretty fun. You have to try to find who's the faker in there, but I never played it. I never played it because I didn't have enough people. This is a C. Because you can never really actually play it unless you have 6 people in your room with you. And that doesn't always happen. Oh, Adobe Creative Cloud, go away. TKO is the next one. TKO. This is a great game. Just look at these graphics. This is amazing. Like, you make drawings, and you also type in random captions that you can think of, and then you just put them together to create these crazy things. This absolutely, like, the graphics alone make it S tier, but there are 2 things that bring it down for me. One, you want to have more people for this game, like, because then, like, the last round doesn't really feel that impactful. The second thing is just that when the Party Pack 3 first came out, we tried to play TKO a bunch because my brother absolutely loves TKO, but it kept crashing. It kept crashing after the first but right before the first round of voting, it just kept crashing. Every time we played it, and it wasn't solved for like a month. It wasn't fixed until like a month. So that is another reason why I'm putting it at an A. Quiplash is a game that can be appreciated by all number of players. TKO is not quite that. It's mainly with just below. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it at S. I'm with S. The graphics are what put it up there. The graphics are almost negative an X. As I said, I'm kind of judging for myself here. I'm talking it out with myself, but it is so close to an S. If it had been fixed, if there weren't any bugs when it started, and if it was more fun for like 3 or 4 players, then it would have been up there. Now this is an S tier, no question about it. Trivia Murder Party. Trivia Murder Party. This is a great game. This is a great game. This is, as a trivia questions, the kind of plot is you are trapped in the basement of a serial killer, and you have to answer trivia questions. And if you don't answer them correctly, you could die. You go to a mini game, and you could potentially die. I'll show you one of the mini games. This is called the Loser Wheel. It's a streamer, but spin the loser wheel, and that one you just had to be lucky. The other ones are like math based, like who can do math the fastest. And yes, there is a Trivia Murder Party 2, and I'm so excited for Trivia Murder Party 2. Trivia Murder Party 1, absolutely an S tier game. Guespionage is the next game in the Jackbox Party Pack 3. Jackbox Guespionage. This is a game where you have to guess. It's a guessing game, and you have a percentage. Like somebody needs a percentage. Like what percentage of people have written on bathroom stalls sometime in their lives? One of the players guesses a percentage. The other players guess higher or lower, and then it's revealed. This is a game that is fun once, and that's it. It's just a game that's fun once, and you never come back to it, and that's really it. It's just like, it's not something you come back to. It's not. It's not that like I think I'm gonna put this down in E, because even Bidiots, you can come back to Bidiots. You might be able to come back to Bomb Corp. I wouldn't know because I haven't played it too much. But Guespionage, honestly, that's something that you really just don't really come back to. So I'm sorry, Guespionage and all Guespionage fans. This is my personal opinions, and Guespionage is an E. And that has been it for the Jackbox Party Pack 3. We have our first 2 S tier games from the Jackbox Party Pack 3. And Jackbox Party Pack 4, we have these 5 games. Fibbage 3 is divided into 2, and I will be ranking these games separately. And let's start with Fibbage 3. Fibbage 3. Fibbage 3 is so much nicer to look at than Fibbage 1 or 2. It goes with this, I think it's 50s or 70s theme. Has eyes and all that. I think 70s, and it's really nice. It's just so nice to look at that it goes to a B. It's better to look at than Fibbage XL and Fibbage 2. Like, all of the Fibbages are the same, honestly. It's better to look at, and that's what elevates it above Fibbage XL and Fibbage 2. Fibbage, Enough About You is the next one, and this is a twist on the classic Fibbage game in which the prompts are about you, the people playing, and you have to guess if they're truth or lies. And this is a great game to play. Like, this is a game that you play. It's like another game that you play once, but it's a very good reason that you play it once, and that's because you're meeting people. And this is the first game that I play whenever I meet new people, and whenever we play Party Pack. This is the first game that I go to, but it's only 2 rounds. You could have some more ideas, like they could have done some more with the game, they could have done some creative prompts. They could have asked us all the same prompts like they do in Patently Stupid. That would have been interesting to see the same prompts. They could have done some more at this game, but enough about you get to see. Next, Monster Seeking Monster. You're gonna survive the internet. Monster Seeking Monster is an S with, if provided you have the right amount of people. A Monster Seeking Monster gets an A. If you have 5 or more people, this is absolutely an S. This is a dating themed game where you are all monsters and you all have secret superpowers, so there's strategies involved. For example, the mother receives a bonus heart every night their child does not get a date. The witch that's not this example. Oh, the ventriloquist puppet. The puppet gets a bonus heart every night they date someone that was rejected the night before. So there's strategy, but there's a lot of funny talk. This isn't the best example, but you can have so much when you talk with your friends. It's a ton of fun, provided you have the right amount of people. If you have 3 or 4 people, this isn't really the game for you. It's kind of like TKO in that sense. This is absolutely an S tier game if you have the right amount of people. Survive the Internet is also just a ton of fun. Survive the Internet. This is a game where here's an example from the video, the intro video. You basically twist your opponent's words. So, how do you feel about selfie sticks? You see here, if you can see that, it's the greatest invention in the modern era, and then you get that. So, it's the greatest invention in the modern era would be an awful comment for a news article titled blank. And this is a really good game. This is a really good game. I'm debating putting it between A and B. The reasons why. Survive the Internet is sometimes, this is just with my group of people, but sometimes it says vote for the person who looks the most ridiculous. That isn't always what people vote on. So they just vote on some people just on sometimes funny doesn't equal ridiculous, and people vote for funny and they don't vote for who looks the most ridiculous, and that sort of thing can happen. The photo sharing site, you'll see the same photos eventually, but yeah, this is still an absolute game that you should absolutely play this. I'm gonna put it B. It could you could easily go A. I would not mind if you put it at A. The next one is Civic Doodle. Can I just say that Jackbox, they improved so much over time. They really improved the graphics and really improved their games as a whole. And Civic Doodle is a perfect example of this. They have it's a drawing game, but you build off of each other's drawings. And you get to use multiple colors, which is fun, but you get to build off of other people's drawings, and that's the fun of it. You can draw crazy things. There's also a little bit of strategy. Just the little bit of strategy is just like setting people up. Like you want to draw something that will be fun to continue the drawing with, but it's just when you just create a bunch of fun drawings, and this is S tier. It gives it improves the drawful formula. It absolutely improves the drawing because it's again like you get to build off of each other's work. That's the great part, and the narration is so good. Like it's like you have to draw some murals, and then you have to draw a person at the end for the town hall, and just the narration really adds to it. This is a game that could just kind of like be boring without good narration. And here we go. We are at Party Pack 4. That is done. And now on to the last game. This is Party Pack number 5. The first game is You Don't Know Jack. Why did I say YDLK? You Don't Know Jack full stream. You see there's absolutely a huge graphics increase from 2015. That'll happen because it's 4 years. It's the same style as You Don't Know Jack 2015, except the episodic nature is removed. There's no more wrong answer of the game, which I miss. I dearly miss the wrong answer of the game, but it's still huge fun to play, and what puts it above You Don't Know Jack 2015 is that You Don't Know Jack full stream. It's not episodic, but you actually don't know what you're getting yourself into every time, because someone who's played like episode 11 has an advantage over someone who hasn't played episode 11, and that is a lot better. That is a lot better, and for that I'm gonna put You Don't Know Jack full stream. I don't really play it that much, but it's still a really fun game to play. You can still play with one person. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move You Don't Know Jack 2015 down to C, and You Don't Know Jack full stream to B. There we go. And next is bracketeering. This is another game that's not really fun for not that many people. Here's this is good. Most likely to finally, please for the love of God, bring me some happiness. That'll be the bracket question. You all do random answers and you vote on them. But then the twist is that some of the prompts will change during the round, which is interesting. And it's a game that you're gonna play with up to 16 people, which is very fun. You don't often have 16 people over. You don't. And even with that, it can be, which I haven't had, it can be kind of boring, honestly, if there aren't good prompts. So, I'm going to put it at a D. Honestly, Party Pack 4 is more solid, is a solid Party Pack than Party Pack 5. But Party Pack 5 has 2 games that are absolutely bullet out of the park. And one of them I forgot to write down. As we've done bracketeering, You Don't Know Jack full stream. Hold on. Split the room. Adversity, Stupid Zone, Patently Stupid. Bracketeering was Party Pack 4. Sorry about that. I missed that. This is Party Pack 4. I forgot to put in Patently Stupid, which I will talk about now, because this is S tier. This is absolute S tier. Patently Stupid, and that right up here. And the reason why it is S tier, I'll show you. The reason why it is S tier, it's just the concept. It's just the concept and the results. It's a game about inventing. It's an inventing game. You get a problem, You have to fill in the blank for a problem. Like, my intestines keep exploding. Then you have to come up with an invention. This is just a standard answer, so like this isn't a good one. It's just the example, but it's a ton of fun. Like here's this is probably from a video. Like this, it's a huge amount of fun. You get to talk about your inventions to your fellow players. It's a laugh every time. Like it is so much fun. It is S tier. Split the room. This is A. This gets an A. Split the Room is a game where you have an animated host. That's one of the big things that puts it above the others. It has an animated host. The animations are great. You can see their improvement. Again, it always gets a laugh from your friends. Like you have to fill in a prompt, but this time like it's a yes or no question, and you want to divide people. That's the goal. You want half of everyone to say yes, half of everyone to say no. What's keeping this at A tier, not S tier? Like a lot of the party pack games that I play at S tier, you need more people to play this game. Like here's one of the prompts. Your neighbor would now this isn't a good prompt. Here you go. Like here's an example. You're traveling down a mystical river that will soon diverge. Down one path, there's a group of dolphins that chant your name. Down the other path, there's blank. Which route do you take? And you want people, oh, that's a fake and an Easter egg. Nice. But you want people to have split answers. You want people to answer both of them. You want it to be decisive. And yeah, again, like the only reason why it's not S tier, like all of the games that I put in A tier, is that it's not the most fun with less people. Zeeple Dome is a game that I haven't played. That it is another co-op game. Not what I come to party packs for. It's a game where you're fighting aliens and all that. From what I have heard, I'm putting it at D, but from what I've heard, the controls are very finicky. Like the controls are very finicky. Doesn't always work out. So that's why I'm putting it at D. That's just like what I've heard. It could very well be a very good game, and I don't know. Mad vs. City. Now let me talk about this game. It is a robot rapping game. Mad vs. City. Is rap battles. You are robots in Chicago. And you're rap. You get a prompt. You fill in like you fill in the last word here, altering vehicle. Then you get to make up the second line, and it's a lot of fun. Like you'll be rapping against each other. It's again like it's so much fun no matter who you're playing with. It is so much fun. Whenever I play any party pack game with any group of people, I constantly hear Mad vs. City. There's like I hear Quiplash, I hear Trivia Murder Party, I hear Mad vs. City. Those are the three that I constantly hear whenever I play these games. And it is an absolutely great game. It's so fun to play with friends no matter how many you have. It can be difficult to come up with prompts at first, but once you get used to it, it's a lot of fun. The only thing is, like, I can understand why you'd rate it an A or a B, and that's because, like, just coming up with prompts in the first place is hard, and it's something that you have to get used to. I will admit, it's something that you have to get used to, but once you get used to it, it is just great. It is absolutely so much fun. And hey, look at that. I have 5 in S tiers. This is what, for me, would make a dream party pack. Quiplash 2, Trivia Murder Party, Patently Stupid, Civic Doodle, and Mad vs. City. But all of these other games, like, anything above D, you should absolutely play. And the SAB, those are the games you need to try out. There are 5 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 out of 25 of these party pack games I put in S, A, or B. You know, that means that Jackbox is so good. That they are very good at coming up with their games. They miss a few times, with espionage or bracketeering. They'll miss a few times, but the party packs are absolute quality. You should totally get them, especially 3, 4, and 5, because all of my S tier, all of my A tier, all of S and A tier for me, with the exception of Quiplash XL, come from 3, 4, and 5. And you can play Quiplash 2 instead of Quiplash XL. So you should absolutely try them out. Play it with your friends. If you don't have any, you can message me if you want. I will gladly play Party Pack when I have the time. And yeah, that has been my Jackbox Party Pack tier list. You can argue with me in the comments. That is fine. As long as main thing, just say just don't say how dare you put this in another tier. Don't hate other people for their opinions. Just as long as you're respectful of my opinions, I'll be respectful of yours. And that's actually it's fun. If you think espionage is an S tier game, that's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. This is just my opinions. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.